I'm in trouble.
You stole from me, Freddie.
Freddie?
What's the plan, man?
I got the money. I gotta think, man. Dad,
You're in trouble.
I've been shot.
Because I'm the only one that can help you, am I right? What time did you get in?
You need to come back. You made a big mistake.
Chrissy, I need to get the money to my daughter.
You already got Mac. Mac won't be enough.
How much blood have you lost? You a gangster while you on the bus.
Wasn't my intention initially.
Are you a cop? You assume you know what I want.
Are we gonna have a problem?
I know this guy at the bar. And he's gonna get us where we need to go. Let's do this thing.
Get him and bring him here.
Listen to me, man. I'm telling you, they're on me.
Just get to the station. Don't answer the phone for nobody. Don't stop.
You're gonna be real gentle.
Damn.
You need to come back. Or I could pay Christine and Lily a visit.
You still got the money? I wish things didn't have to go down like this.
They want blood.
Hi. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Hello. Hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna make sure my air conditioner is working because I'm sweating balls.
I understand. Well, I turned mine off. I turned mine off.
Oh, it might get loud.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll put up with it. Rather you not sweat than and be uncomfortable. I can put up with the noise.
Hi there.
Hi.
Oh shit, my shirt's all open. Who cares? Got my robe on, doing PR in my robe. Fuck it.
Hey, you know what? You and I have something in common.
Who?
We
Sorry.
have something in common, and that is we're both from the same streets.
In
I'm from
Queens?
Queens. Yeah,
You are?
I'm from the mean streets of Forest Hills.
Oh, so you're close by. Yes, I'm from Whitestone, so it's
Yeah.
down over. Forest Hills was more classy.
I know. And it's funny. You said almost the exact same thing I had on John Leguizamo, not to throw around names, but I mean,
I've
what a
worked
great,
with him.
but he's another guy. He was from Jackson Heights.
Oh, I didn't even know he was from Queens. Did I know that? I don't
Yeah.
even know if I remember.
Well, when you're doing a show, a podcast and all that, you kind of should look into what people, you just read about people
Yeah,
more.
I used
So I
to
didn't,
do that podcasting. That was our old podcast.
okay. Are they still available, those?
They are, yeah. We started with one called Made Women, and then we switched over to Gangster Goddess because we did it on our own. But I stopped doing it because I can't do what you guys do. You guys are awesome. I
What do
have no filter, so I would end up in trouble, canceled, nailed
Oh.
to a cross. Who knows what would happen to me had I continued?
Yeah, but I kind of want to go down in flames, though. I'll be honest with you. Then I have to do this I feel like
Well, let's talk shit. You and me, let's talk shit right now.
all right, let's do it. Andrew Baird, what a cunt. No, I can't say that. It's terrible.
He likes that word. He's Irish.
I know, of course.
Yeah.
He was offered to, I mean, I was supposed to get him too, but I think the timing or something, I said, bring them both on it but I think it was just difficult. You're being in LA, right? You're in LA?
Yeah, he's in Europe right now.
Right.
He's normally
Yeah.
here too, but he's away at the moment.
Okay. Well, anyhow, but okay, let's just get right from, say from the start. The movie is called One Way. It's directed by Andrew. It's going to be in theaters, on digital and demand on September 22nd. So we got that part done. So people, and they'll have
Oh,
seen.
Is it digital? Is it in theaters and digital on the same day?
What's what the literature
I'm
says.
asking you. I don't fucking
I know. Right. Well, you're too busy. Yeah, it's what they say there. It's in theaters, on digital, which I guess means it's streaming. And then it's also on cable, I guess, when they say on demand.
Got it.
But there's somebody else on. So maybe if they want to put a note in, they can. I'm assuming that's our friendly publicist. So
Hi,
there's somebody else.
yes.
Hi.
Hi, yeah. So it'll be available in select theaters and then on video on demand, digital,
All
like the, iTunes and Boobies and of the world all in the same day.
Great.
Okay. Cool. Thank
Anyway.
you.
Well, a couple of things, Dre, since I finally have you. I've been following you since way back, since that show you did back in the 90s.
Joey. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I knew you're going to be a lot of fun. This is great. And I thought, well, this is interesting. This could be finally you take all that you observed on The Sopranos and finally were able to use that in this character Vic that you play in One Way, which is like all the episodes of The Sopranos kind of crammed into one almost. It's I'm just sort of saying it. There's a lot of it's a very intense film.
I got to play Tony Soprano this time.
Right, without the ducks.
I mean, I wish there were ducks, but I guess Colson is my duck, and I'm going to call him Machine Gun Kelly because I feel like kids know that
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
But that was he and Kevin Bacon. Those were my ducks.
I mean,
all the boys are my ducks. They're all Vic's ducks.
Yeah. Did you have? I mean, I'm going to be careful how I talk about it, but I think I can say that you really have one. Was there only one scene you had with him?
The film is a lot. I mean, I'm in behind the scenes throughout
Right.
it, and the whole film takes place on a bus, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Such a big idea, all in one very small place for a couple hours. So, yeah, I think that is the moment. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And was he? What was that like? Because he's kind of his lifestyle, as we see, is kind of looks
Real
like
life?
really chaotic to some degree. I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong way to phrase it. I don't mean to.
In his real life, you mean?
Well, I didn't know like what he was like on the set, coming from all that. He's
Well, I think
the
that
center of so much attention.
he's playing a role that is really fucking intense. So
Right.
I don't think anything I'm sure maybe he as an actor might have used a lot of the,
Yeah.
everything but he was in character when I got there. I did not push him, budge him. I didn't even want to meet him before I got on the bus. I don't know
Is that
if
right?
I did. I might have. I can't quite remember. The only thing I remember is hugging his girlfriend because I was
Mhm.
like, I'm hugging her because she's hot. And I said hi to her. I was like, oh, it's so nice because us actors and Hollywood people, like we all act like we freaking know each other anyway.
Right.
In a weird bullshit kind of way, but
Even though
yeah,
it's
I mean,
like,
she was so cute, and she was standing right there, and I was like, hi, But I didn't really. He and I didn't, I think we might have said a few words to each other, but we kept it pretty. It's an indie film, not a lot of money, not a lot of time.
right. No.
So we're in and out, and the weather was messed up. I mean, we're outdoors. I had to stay in. We didn't have trailers, so I'm sitting in my car, running with the heat and drinking coffee. He's in his car. We're like
Yeah.
full on guerrilla filmmaking. It was cool. I mean, it was what it was, man. But I think this kid probably killed it. I haven't seen it yet, but
Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh, that's remarkable.
no, I'm gonna watch it I like to watch it on the big screen.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Well, it's the best way to, of course it is. I mean, I went to, I'm living a little north of the city these days, up in this pretty area up north of the New York City. And there's drive-ins over here at Dre. There's like, I saw Nope on like,
That's fun.
drive-ins. It was so much fun. And
Oh, yeah.
and we sat in our car. I'm curious. One thing when I was reading about you, and been like I kind of just been following you have such like an Instagram account that's kind of cool, and I found it a while ago, and I've been following that. But I read more about you, and you really have quite the um, serious acting background. I mean, you started very young, right? And you went into take theater classes from a pretty young age, didn't you?
Well, I was forced to
You were? Oh, your father. Wait, who is it? Was
my
it your
mom.
your mother, right? Was
Yeah,
from
my
the
mom's a
theater.
playwright.
Oh, right,
She taught playwriting at HB Studios for years. So I was
right.
around Berghoff and the Hagen my whole life. And I didn't appreciate it. I don't like it. I didn't want to get the fuck out of there. And by the time I went to college, I, because all my birthdays were like mom's theater opening, and I was just like, come on, what about my childhood? What about me? I want to play house. Fuck all you old people playing house. It's my turn to go home and really play house with my friends. But I didn't get to have that, so I didn't appreciate the theater life at all. So I did the anti-theater thing, and I went to NYU Film School to study film.
What did your mom make of that?
She loved it. She was so happy that I was doing that.
Oh, she
but
was.
Then
Okay.
I ended up acting in every fucking film that I made because I couldn't get my projects done quick enough because I was also working a job at the same time. So I ended up acting. I took a lot of classes for actors, acting for directors. So I wouldn't have to feel like there was any pressure on me to actually perform. I always felt like being an actor would have been the most indulgent thing I could have done because I watched these grown-ups indulge themselves all day and I didn't like it. So I was embarrassed to become an actor, but it ended up being the thing that I was good at.
It turns out really good. Yeah. I mean, your role as Adriana was so good that even me, who I understand the difference between an person and the role they're playing, but you were so good in that role that I just and I guess you could bring the Queen's part of yourself, right? Your Queen's DNA into that role big time, but still quite impressive. And everything you've done that I've seen has been fantastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so this movie also gave you the unique chance. It's called to remind people, it's called One Way. It's directed by Andrew Baird, and it stars Dre, but also, as we mentioned, Machine Gun Kelly, aka Colin Baker, and some other guy, Kevin Bacon. So you now have you worked with that guy before? That actor before?
No, it's another reason why I had to do it. It was a
I
rite
know.
of passage. I had to exercise my 6 degrees, man.
Yeah, what you're now 1 degree though, right?
I know.
How was that?
He plays my lover. He plays my ex-lover.
Yeah, so. He barely talks in this film. It's right. He's sort of like the comes out at the end and with this quiet energy that he has, but he's you guys also just this one ultimate last scene in the film.
I feel like we all barely talk in this movie. This movie is visual. Andrew Baird is a real artist in terms of the visual noir feeling, sort of he called it a grunge odyssey. But yeah, he's I think what his last film too, just the look of the films, the vibe of the films, the colors, the tone, the lighting, really special.
Did he talk to you guys, maybe, or just you, about like maybe references, film references, or I mean, did he go into that? Because I can tell from what I've read and what you just said that the guy is really into the films of the 70s, and I can understand it.
Well, I know he likes John Cassavetes, but the film
they all like Cassavetes.
Yeah, I don't know that it's a Cassavetes style film because it's so. I know he's mentioned Italian neo-real, Veritas kind of. we did a lot of improv, which I don't normally do. I'm not very good at it, to be honest with you. I'm a TV actor and a theater actor, so I come from like the script is king.
Right.
So when they tell you to break script, I'm just like, well, I don't know
Dog.
where to
Dog.
go. Can you help me?
Well, I mean, you also said at the beginning that you didn't really have much time. It's an indie film. You don't have more. I'm assuming this took about 3 weeks. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
I think it was quick. I only came in and out in the end.
Right. You shot one day.
I mean, I got there the day of the rap party.
Got it. But I mean, the average indie film now, is that what kind of dog you got there?
Oh, did one of my dogs?
Chihuahua?
That's my
What is it?
rat dog.
Yeah.
He's a rat man.
Very cute though.
He comes from Rat Man too. Sorry.
I'm waiting for the
Mind.
Ratatouille reference now.
I'll keep going if you don't stop me.
I know. Well,
It's
that's
like I
fine.
smoke the biggest joint before I
Did
get
you?
in front of this computer, but I didn't. I swear, I'm totally not. I'm just sitting here drinking lemon water. How boring.
Well, I toast you with my
Cheers.
seltzer. With my seltzer. I just got off work and I biked home. I jumped in the shower real quick so I would look presentable.
Nice. I'm still in my robe. I don't even care. My boobs are falling out. Who cares, man?
We're from Queens. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about this one day on the set, though. You were literally just for one day?
No, it wasn't one day. It was a couple of
Okay.
days.
Okay.
That one day though on the bus, so maybe it was a couple. I can't really remember. Everything blends into one. But
Mhm.
the scene that the bus was high. It was very stressful, because he's covered in blood. I don't want to give anything away, but it's a mess. Like he has a lot to do. Colson, Machine Gun Kelly.
Yes, I mean he's every moment of the film practically.
Yeah,
Right?
and in the end, like this is the culmination of that entire ride on that bus, and it's just intense, So there's really not much other than for me to tippy toe through there and just play my part. But as far as there was a scene, it was fun to have the scene with Travis where I got to put the gun to his head because that's the reason why I took the whole thing in the scene.
Oh.
But we won't talk about that either because we don't want to know what happens.
Right.
But I just like putting a gun to his head because it just, I never get to do these things. There's usually a gun to my head.
That's right.
So this is a rare occasion for me. I was very excited.
And in particular, one very memorable gun.
Yeah. So the scene where there's Luis Tricks and all the boys that work for me. That scene was totally improvised. We didn't know what we were gonna do when we got there, and we just went for it. So I don't know what it looked like. I don't know how it is, but that was the phone call scene. It's just supposed to be a phone call. Like there wasn't any action stuff going on, so we turned it into something else. Me and my friend Reese Cuero, tried to come up with a relationship between us because there wasn't really one.
Okay.
And, he was there because he was friends with Travis, and we were just like, all right, let's all do a movie together. So.
Do you look for roles? Are you looking for roles that are going to challenge you though, or just, and maybe push you in directions that maybe are less comfortable sometimes? Does that interest you? Like, you kind of already said improvising wasn't like in your comfort zone, and I'm just wondering, but is that a good thing? Maybe that's a good thing. I mean, your mom would probably think so.
When I was younger, I always wanted to be challenged. I wanted to do new things. I didn't want to be stereotyped, but I'm old now, I'm 50.
Stop it.
Well, no, I'm just being realistic. Maybe it's not old, but I'm older. I'm 50.
But it's still a journey you're on.
Huh?
You're still on a journey.
Of course. But I think that at this age, I'm not as precious about the challenge. I'm more interested in feeling comfortable and doing things that I enjoy. And for years, I did not want to play a character like Adriana, for instance, and now I will do anything to do that again. It was fun to step into this antagonist role. I loved it. It's definitely out of my comfort zone. For some reason, I play the victim. That's my thing. I'm good at playing the victim, and I enjoy it because there's so much, there's just a lot to hang on to. But there's also, I also give myself every time I play like a gangster like this, and it's not very often. It's only been in the last year that I played roles like this, that I was victimized as a young person, and that's how I became so hard and tough and antagonistic. So I think the victim thread. I think when we're playing parts in this industry, if you're not doing comedy as much, I feel like the victim play, it's always a good place for me to start in order to bring life to it, if that makes sense.
It does. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. And comedy, you seem like you're naturally good at comedy.
I wasn't. If I didn't have Matt LeBlanc holding my hand when I took that jump into the sitcom world, I would have probably really jumped off a fucking cliff. But man, he was the best partner to try that out with. As much as we both belly ached and hated what we were doing because we were coming from such greatness and we just felt like everything fell flat. Even our viewership, we felt fell flat. And back in those days, like 14 million viewers, we were doing okay. We were like, this sucks, we had a blast. So yeah, I would like to do that again. I would like to go back into the comedy place again. Not a sitcom though. The sitcom for me is too reminiscent of the theater. I don't want to be stuck on stage all night and not be able to say, hey, I need a fucking break. Because sometimes I need a break. But there's something about it. It's pretty amazing. It's a good adrenaline rush.
Yeah, right. To see it work is probably really, I mean, when it really working and there's chemistry and there's, you've got this comedy rhythm and it's succeeding and you're falling into this groove, it's very gratifying to see because it's all about timing, right? So and to see it work on the screen afterwards must be very gratifying for you.
I never felt satisfied. I never felt happy.
Truly?
I felt like I could watch myself trying to land the joke and it scared the shit out of me.
What about it with
Matt LeBlanc is just he's a genius with it. Like he
can
take the shittiest joke and turn it into gold. I mean, he's that fucking good. He's so great. So I don't have that capacity. I think a single camera comedy would make more sense for me. Mm-hmm. Something darker, more sarcastic.
Yeah. But did you look at your role? Last question. I know that you're busy.
I'm good. I'm here all day. This is what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, but I have to eat dinner. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
I would totally talk to you all day.
But, what are we having for dinner?
But for me, I enjoy longer conversations because you start getting into something and it takes time. And when you do these short, that's why I don't do anything shorter than 20 minutes typically, because you just can't really establish anything other than, okay, well, I'm promoting your movie. It's called One Way, and it starts theatrically on digital on demand on September 22nd. And Drea de Matteo's in it. Don't miss this movie with Kevin Bacon and Machine Gun Kelly. And the last thing.
Can I ask you a question? Is it September 22nd or 2nd?
Yes. No, it's 22nd, September 22nd.
No, it's the 2nd.
The 2nd? That is very strange. I'm so sorry. I'll fix it. I'll also put it on. Thank you.
I had no idea. I was like, wait, that's awesome.
Samantha, is that you, Samantha?
It's Sierra.
Sierra.
Yes,
sorry
no problem. No, it's okay.
No, we're doing a comedy routine together, you and me.
Yeah. Earlier today, I did the exact opposite where I said something and I think that was opening the exact opposite. Anyway, I apologize. How did you feel? Because now you got me curious. Last thing, what is your verdict on Adriana, your performance specifically? Can you look at that? And I don't know if you've seen it recently again, but how do you criticize yourself there? Do you think that was great work? Because I think everybody would think it is.
I don't generally watch myself. The only show that I really watched myself on was Sopranos, because I was such a fan of the show. I didn't even relate to being on it because I was so different from my character back in those days. But I haven't watched it since I watched a few episodes during the lockdown because I was doing a podcast about it.
Right.
Okay. But then I quit the podcast mid-second season and I never picked up. So I don't remember if I hear I did a good job. People really.
But you watched it probably years ago. But everybody loved you. But what was your impression of your performance at any point, having seen it? Because you've obviously seen it did you think you did well, and are you proud of that? I mean, just curious. Because it
I
sounds like
think-
you're pretty hard on yourself. That's all.
No. I mean, yeah, sometimes. Listen, as far as any role I've ever played, Sopranos would be my favorite. So if I had to
Okay.
watch myself, because I thought that the writing was just so beautiful, and
And your
it was
performance.
it was easy to do a good job with that
Okay.
team. You know, I was
Okay, I'll accept
learning how
that
to
as well.
act there. I had never really acted professionally.
I know.
It was new for me. I think
You-
that, yeah, maybe I did. I guess I did good. I won an award. I mean, I did all right.
Yeah. No, you did. You won an Emmy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a damn good job. Anyway, I'm so excited I got to meet you even over the Zoom, and thank you for making the time. And what's
Thank
your
you.
dog's name?
Oh, this is Blanky, and then Lucky
Oh, okay.
Luciana is in the other room.
Okay, well, it was lovely to meet you, and best of luck with this and anything else you're doing. It was real
Excellent.
nice to meet you.
Oh, I'm just gonna say this real quick before we go. Anybody who wants to smell like a filthy gangster goddess like me, this is our perfume. You can find it on my website. Goodbye.
What's the
No,
name of
not my
it?
website. My Instagram.
What's the name of it? And we'll put the
Gangster
link to it.
goddess perfume.
Gangster Goddess.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be
Smells like
ordering a
hippies.
bottle.
Smells like dirty hippies. Come on down. Come to my Instagram. Bye.
All right, thank you, Dre. Thank you.
All right, man. Take care. Have a good dinner.
You too. Thank you. Bye.